Spoštovane, spoštovani, pozdravljeni ponovno na našem, vašem Competo dogodku. Vsakič predno stopim pred vas, imam tremo. Tisto tremo, ki jo navdahne spoštovanje, pa tudi zaupanje in hvaležnost v to, da nam zaupate. Da nam zaupate vsakodnevno, da nam zaupate svojo podporo, pa tudi svojimi pričakovanji, ki jih berem danes v vaših očeh. Le kaj so pripravili tokrat, si mislite, a ne? Tudi tokrat bomo, obljubim, upravičili vaša pričakovanja. Kar pa bo glede na odzive lanskega leta izjemno težko. A za nas nič nemogoče. Že vidim Aleksandra, ki se mi nasmiha tamle. Aleksandar, tudi ti prideš na vrsto danes. Se postavi semle na moje mesto in verjamem, da postaviti lestvico vrhunskosti še višje, a ne? Začela sem z doktor za delom, kar je nekdo, ki je naša in vaša stalnica. Je nekaj, česar ne spreminjamo. Vsako leto pa spreminjamo teme in govorce. Po lanskem neverjetnem odzivu Perja Timsa, ki je, to vam moram povedati, ker je v oktobru izdal knjigo na temo transformacijskega HR-a in je Competu namenil celo poglavje o primerih dobre prakse. Hvala, hvala. Letos nadaljujemo s keynote speakerjem, tokrat prihaja iz Švedske. Mr. Svante, where are you? We welcome you.
Yeah.
And we are very excited to hear your talk. Zagotovo bodo pozorno poslušali tudi udeleženci današnje okrogle mize. Kako privlačni so kot delodajalci, kot misleci, modreci, praktiki. Dr. Dejan Verčič, Dejan Turk, Peter Čas in zadnji, in nikakor ne nazadnje, Aco Momčilović iz podjetja Rimac Automobili, ki nam bo povedal, zakaj in kako za vraga avtomobilsko podjetje v manj kot 10 letih postane leteča gazela na vseh kazalnikih, še posebej pa v odnosu do ugleda delodajalca. Vse to počnemo s podporo naših pokroviteljev, naših partnerjev. Ne zaupajo oziroma ne verjamejo nam, ampak verjamejo v naše vrednote in v naše zaveze, kar pa so tudi vrednote njih samih. Steklarna Hrastnik je danes za vas pripravila krasna darilca, ki jih najdete po mizah. Z njimi lahko okrasite vaše poslovne ali pa domače prostore, tako da jih ne pozabite ob odhodu vzeti s seboj. Sava Turizem je za vas pripravila danes za nekoga od tukaj, nagrajenec bo namreč ušel na glamping za 2 osebi na Bled. Torej, kaj morate narediti? Tekom današnjega dogodka fotografirajte, svoje fotografije objavite na Instagram profilu in seveda ne pozabite pripisati #Competo 2017. S tem boste uvrščeni v nagradno igro in na koncu današnjega dogodka bomo izžrebali nekoga od vas. Spoštovani pokrovitelji, spoštovani partnerji, čas je za vas.
Ključnega pomena za zaposlenega v prihodnosti bo agilnost in sposobnost usvajanja novih znanj. Tako bo trenutno znanje, s katerimi posameznik razpolaga danes, vedno manjšega pomena in bo vedno bolj pomembno, kako hitro se bo sposoben prilagajati in kako hitro bo usvajal nova znanja.
Biti del zgodbe Steklarne Hrastnik je zame privilegij. Neprecenljive izkušnje so mi omogočali tako osebno kot karierno rast. Najbolj dragocena izkušnja pa je realizacija mojih kreativnih zamisli. Tako živim svoje poslanstvo. To, da zaposleni lahko živijo svoje poslanstvo, pa je skupna točka najboljših prihodnosti. Delodajalci prihodnosti naj se zavedajo vrednot mladih, ki vstopajo na trg dela. Omogočiti kreativnost in svobodo v super timu, to je naj delodajalec prihodnosti.
Delodajalec prihodnosti je čustveno inteligenten. Pri iskanju poslovne odličnosti se bo moral obrniti tudi na vrednote in vzgibe svojih zaposlenih, zato da se bo lahko uspešno transformiral.
Zdi se mi, da delodajalec prihodnosti bo mogel biti precej pozoren na medgeneracijske razlike in odnosom dela, kot zdaj, ko imamo primer pri milenijcih, ker njihov odnos do dela je čez nekaj drugače od tega, kar smo imeli do zdaj, a je to delo, a je to služba.
Svet se tako hitro spreminja, da dosedanje izkušnje, ko smo jih imeli, da so zaposleni iskali delodajalce, pri katerih bojo lahko delali, da se bo sedaj za temi dodatnimi specialnimi znanji in napredkom, ki deluje v sodobni družbi, dogajalo preobrat in sicer, da bojo delodajalci iskali zaposlene z ustreznimi znanji, za kvalitetnimi kadri, ki jih bojo skušali dobiti, ker je praktično na trgu pomanjkanje teh kadrov.
Zaposlovalci bomo zagotovo v prihodnosti nudili več zaposlenim v smislu pridobivanja novih znanj in omogočanja prijetnega, stimulativnega okolja, ki bo omogočil odprto komunikacijo, spodbujal ideje, samoiniciativnost, obenem pa tudi motivacijo, omogočal motivacijo in pa pripadnost podjetju.
I'm fascinated about what the future relationship between employer and employee looks like, from a point really where HR has to act in a capacity which makes the most out of both the organisation and the brilliant people who come to work with that organisation. And what I guess I see for the future for Slovenian businesses is understanding that human dynamic, understanding the power in clever, creative and applied people. And what I understand about Slovenia is its strength and conviction in education leads it into a strong position, I think, for the future. So I think Slovenia can put itself into a position where it has a proposition to the world. It becomes a place where people know that education's strong, commitment's high and creativity thrives. And I guess in writing a book called Transformational HR, I'm looking at the power that HR can bring to organisations. And I saw a power when I came to Competo first last year. I saw a power that was built on an entrepreneurial spirit, on inclusion, on creativity, but ultimately on commitment to that perfect match between people and the work that they do. So, hello everybody, and I hope you're excited about what's going to be a fantastic event for you today.
V veliko veselje in čast nam je, meni še posebno, da vam zaupam še eno novost. Tokrat smo preko družbenih omrežij v naše vrste povabili tudi študente različnih smeri, ki jih zanima prihodnost dela, torej Y generacijo, ki jo vsi tako vneto nagovarjamo. Tudi z njimi smo želeli deliti naše izkušnje, saj so, oziroma smo, kakorkoli čudno se to od mene sliši, naša prihodnost. Prepričana sem, dragi kolegi, da ste tudi vi vsaj približno tako navdušeni kot jaz, ko vam lahko predstavim našega osrednjega govorca, gospoda Svanteja Randlerta. Naj opozorim, da bo predavanje v angleščini, tako da če bi kdo želel imeti prevod, so slušalke na voljo pri vhodu. Svante, it is a true honor and privilege having you here. Please enlighten us and inspire us so we will be able to take even better care of our people. The stage is yours.
Okay, try that. Thank you. No pressure at all. Thank you. Hey everybody, good morning. Good morning. Thank you very much for having me at your totally beautiful country, and also thank you, Competo, for having me at this really, really cool event. First of all, before I will do my session, I will just check that you understand my language, also the one who's translated. I have a special language called the Swinglish. It's a little bit Swedish, a little bit English. And I also been heard that some said that people in Slovenia, Ljubljana, don't interact during a session. Is that true? No. And sometimes even they say they don't even laugh. But let's try it to have an hour of fun today. Do you want to have some fun? Good. And I actually adapt this session for you really easy. I want to have some interaction, so I made it easy for you because you choose between yes or no. This is really easy. So when I take my hands up today, together we say yes in the whole room. So let's try it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes. And some took their hands up. That's good. That's good. Ljubljana, I think you can better. So we try one more time. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Good. Now we're talking. Yeah, it's good. And when I take my hands down, it's no on 3. 1, 2, 3. No. Have I make myself clear? No. Ah, you understand. That's good. And that's good. I will have 1 hour to talk about how to become the dream employer. Are you a dream employer? Raise your hand if you are. So please take some notes. And sometimes when I do like that, you say you should put down your cell phones. I'm saying the total opposite. So I want everything to take up their cell phones, because there are some pictures you really should take pictures on. Put it on LinkedIn and say, I know something you don't. So I start with this one. Wherever I go in Europe, I was in Amsterdam last week, I go to Bratislava next week, I always meet CEOs and I ask the CEO, do you have a business plan 2020? And actually the business plan comes from the inner pocket. Of course I got a business plan. And then my following question is, can I please have your people plan 2020 then? And it becomes that quiet as in this room right now. How many companies do you think in Europe has a people plan 2020 combining to the business plan 2020? What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts? You're sitting in the front, so then I ask you. 20%. 20%. I'm glad if I find 1 of 10. Raise your hand if you live together with someone at home. Yeah, you're good in Slovenia. That's good. You did live with someone? Am I allowed to ask you the name of the one you live with? Moira and Bosko, yeah. Is that the one are you living in a relationship with those two? Bosko. Did I say right? What's your thought if Bosko right now goes around in Ljubljana and saying, he wants to keep you? How do you feel? Keep you?
How do I feel about him saying that he wants to keep me?
Yeah.
I take this for granted.
Yeah, take that for granted. Yeah. Do anyone want to be kept? Do anyone want to be satisfied relation? No.
Have a happy one.
Exactly. And the funny part, when I see employee strategies, the 2 most common words are keep and satisfied. We are not allowed to say keep people anymore. Keep people is like doing this. When companies have more staff turnover, we start with keep strategy. Stop doing keep strategy. Work with attract, engage, and develop people. If we work with attract, engage, develop, people want to be there. And satisfied is not that thing you should measure. You must have engaged. And the last advice I'm going to give you, that employer brand relationship with customer and candidates and employees are like popcorn. Anyone likes popcorn? Yeah? Do you do it in a microwave? No one. Do no one do it in a microwave? You do it? So what we can learn in result employer branding from popcorn is, me and my daughter, we do it every Friday because she loves popcorn. So we put it in the microwave, the bag, and after 1 minute, 20% comes direct. If you have a team by 10 people, that are those 2 people who looks like this on Monday morning. I love this. I love this work. I love you as a manager. Those people you should take care of. And normal managers, yeah, Lisa and Kalle, I have those. Those are the early adopters. But the problem is from minute 1 to 3, because in my micro, I need 4 minutes. Between 1 and 3, my daughter, she's 5, she's like, Daddy, nothing happened. That's tough 2 minutes for my daughter, I can promise you that. But after 3 minutes, she gets so glad because that's the other 7 in your team. They need some more time. They need to reflect. They need to discuss. You know those people also, yeah? Maybe there's some of you. There's nothing wrong with that. That's 9 people. But after 4 minutes, my microwave say, bring! both men and women take out the bag. We shake the bag. But women, we open the bag. You open the bag. You're clever. You open the bag, you put the popcorn out, and you start to eat. You're clever. Guys, we're not clever. Women, do you know what some guys doing after we've been shaking the bag after 4 minutes? We listen to the bag. We have some corn in the bottom who are not popped. And some guys say, I want it all. I should have everything. And you know what some guys are doing then? They put it back. Open the door, smack. 30 more seconds. I want it all. What happens after 15 seconds? Is one corn burned? The whole bag is burned. Everything is ruined. And that's, my friend, what I believe you do when you're working with customers and employees. We put too much focus on the 10th person who doesn't like you. It takes all our energy. It takes all our time. But what happens if you take those 2 early adopters, the one who pops after 30 seconds, and you do stay interviews on those? They love you. And then you take those 2 people talking to the other 7 at your team who likes you. They will turn up being loving you. And the 10, don't bother. Don't put energy. Put energy on those 9 who loves you, not the one who hates you. And it's exactly the same as customer, as an employees and candidates. So you can learn from popcorn, my friend. So, if you like this, put me on LinkedIn, take a picture, add a picture, write something. I will promise you I will answer everything. But before I go, I have a competition. Wherever I go in Europe, I'll have a competition. And I will end it this year, and I will reward the best audience in Europe. You compete to a lot of different cities all over Europe right now. And the exercise is really easy. I'm going to count to 3. And you're going to use all the communication skills we got. We got the mouth, we got hands, but we also got feet. I need this movie because I send it to my manager because he doesn't always know what to do. So this is my day at work. So it's going to look like you love this session. Are you with me? But actually, it's a competition. Which country has the most engaged people? So maybe you will fight Amsterdam next week. Bratislava, I think they're going to be awesome. But let's go Ljubljana. So I'm going to picture. Is it okay? So I count to 3, and you take your hands, and you take your mouth, and you take your feet, and you sound like this is the best session you ever heard. Okay? Actually, stand up, please. Standing ovation, it's called. Imagine if you would have my work. Okay, and I will cut away 1, 2, 3, so they will never hear it. So, my friends in Ljubljana, what was your thoughts about this session? 1, 2, 3! So that's a day in my work. So, woo! That was tough. Woo! Actually, I'm done.
Thank you so much, Svante.
Yeah, stage is yours.
Thank you.
There's Anna.
Yeah, we're back. So thank you very much.
They seem to like it.
Yeah, maybe a bit, huh? Thank you.
Svante je dal že veliko iztočnic, kje smo, pa tudi kam gremo. Zanima pa me, kako se z njimi soočate v vsakodnevnem izzivu. Ana, prosim.
Najprej se ustavim pri Jaki. Jaka, kako motivirati mehankare, če se tako izrazim? Kakšne so vaše vrednote, od katerih kot direktor ne odstopate?
Hvala lepa. Zdaj moram reči, da je to kar izziv za nas, zato ker imamo v podjetju zelo širok spekter ljudi in pa funkcije od mehanikov, upravljalcev, prodajalcev, vodstva in tako naprej. In nekako so mehaniki vedno tisti, ki se počutijo malo bolj zapostavljeni od ostalih, čeprav v večini primerov neupravičeno. Zdaj, nek skupni imenovalec motivacije, pri nam bi jaz rekel, da je odkrita komunikacija z njimi. Jaz, kolikor mi le čas dopušča, si ga vzamem čez dan in se sprehodim čez delavnico, čez pralnico, čez vse oddelke v bistvu. In z njimi pogovorim se, imajo vedno odprta vrata do moje pisarne in mislim, da ta komunikacija je zelo pomembna pri motivaciji pri njihovem vsakdanjem delu.
Hvala.
Vesna? Vesna, pri vas v NLB-ju imate skoraj 3000 zaposlenih. Vedno me je zanimalo, kako lahko enotno komunikacijo, vrednote preneseš iz Trga Republike, pa potem v poslovalnico v Črenšovcih, če malo karikiram.
Ne glede na to, ali delamo v strogem centru Ljubljane ali v kakšni drugi poslovalnici, naprimer Zgornji Kungoti, Črešnjavci, kjerkoli, smo NLB-jevci zavezani enakim vrednotam. Predvsem kulturi odgovornosti do strank, delovanju s pravili stroke, načelom odličnosti in integritete. In to nam vsem nalaga veliko odgovornost. Komunikacija med zaposlenimi in strankami v sodobnem svetu uspešno briše meje na zemljevidu. Je hitra, enostavna, podprta z vsem, kar nam nalaga sodobna tehnologija. Pa vendar si upam trditi, da v bančništvu še vedno ostaja osnova odličnosti v poslovanju oseben stik. Prijaznost in topel stisk roke pa nikoli ne sme biti odvisen od lokacije. Vsak izmed naših poslovalnic je enako pomemben, pa naj bo ta poslovalnica v Ljubljani, Mariboru, kjerkoli.
Hvala lepa, Vesna.
Mojca. Vodi z vzgledom, vsi pravijo, da je to recept. Pri vas se zdi fascinantno, kako lahko nov direktor brez vidnih zapletov obuje škornje dolgoletnega direktorja v tako kratkem času. Zakaj? A gre za zaupanje v njega, v podjetje, so tu zraven vrednote?
Ključna skupna točka je, da gospod Peter Čas deli skupne vrednote tako s svojim predhodnikom, gospodom Božičem, kot s podjetjem in z vsemi zaposlenimi. Predvsem pa gospod Čas prisega na odprto in transparentno komunikacijo. Pripravljen je poslušati vsakogar in to je velika odlika in prednost, da je v tako kratkem času pridobil zaupanje zaposlenih. Podjetje smo ljudje. V steklarni Hrastniku to res trdno verjamemo. Bom rekla, vrednote so neka smernica in so neko lepilo med ljudmi, tako da organizacija je odsev posameznika in obratno. Sedanjost in prihodnost steklarne Hrastnik ustvarjamo na vrednotah, kot so čistost, strast in srce in to je neka osebnost organizacije, bi jaz temu rekla. Tako da jaz mislim, da nas čaka z gospodom Časom ena lepa prihodnost. Ljudje pa zaupajo en celovit preplet vsega, tako vodjem, vrednotam, načrtom in po črto tudi samim sebi.
Hvala.
Blaž? Kako je podjetje A1 z ambasadorji postalo boljše podjetje?
Po mojem mnenju se v podjetjih pogosto prisoten strah do sprememb. Spremembe vodijo iz neke cone obdobja, ambasadorji pa smo tisti, ki te spremembe spodbujamo, smo nekakšni katalizatorji teh sprememb. Ambasadorji prihajamo iz vseh oddelkov našega podjetja in smo pravzaprav zelo različni. Predvsem pomembno pa se mi zdi, da kljub tej različnosti enako razumemo isti cilj. Naš cilj, eden od ciljev je naš uporabnik in to je zadovoljen uporabnik.
Blaž, hvala lepa.
Prosim.
In še Maruša, prihajaš iz oglaševanja, oglaševanje je kreativno, hektično, dinamično. Kaj tebe tu motivira? So to odnosi, še kaj drugega? Kaj te najbolj prepriča?
Ja, veliko je tega. Mene kot strateginjo osebno, predvsem to, da vsakodnevno na operativnem nivoju se res vsakemu naročniku skušamo in se trudimo posvetiti res poglobljeno in to pomeni, da potem kreativnost, tista, ki pride skozi oglase do potrošnikov, je seveda fajn, ampak hkrati ustvarjamo pa tudi super poslovne rezultate, kar je zelo pomembno. Pa seveda na Luni imamo zelo močno, se mi zdi, kulturo, ki se dostikrat pošalimo, da kakor da bi bili iz iste družine, pa so nas potem nekako ločili, ampak smo našli svojo pot nazaj. Pa seveda to, da smo del TBA mreže 12.000 zaposlenih in smo res zelo povezani in vedno samo en klik stran od velike količine znanja vse posod po svetu.
Hvala.
Hvala vam. Employee branding, you see, I was listening, je v tujini že zelo razvita praksa. Pri nas v Sloveniji pa še ne čisto povsem, ampak sem prepričana, da bo postala. Namreč že danes bomo slišali nekaj primerov zelo dobrih praks pri nas v Sloveniji in v naši regiji. Za vse tiste, ki vam morda malo manjka, tukaj vam Competo in s Tratkom lahko pomagamo. Tega niste vedela, ne? Verjetno niste tudi vedeli, da je bila pred kratkim podeljena mednarodna nagrada za upravljanje s človeškimi viri v naši sosednji državi. Dobila jo je Atlantic Grupa, konkretno gospa Mojca Domiter, izvršna direktorica za upravljanje s korporativnimi odnosi z zaposlenimi, ki je danes tukaj med nami. Čestitamo! Tudi naša naslednja zgodba prihaja iz Hrvaške. Z velikim veseljem na odru pozdravljam Chief Human Resource Officerja iz podjetja Rimac Automobili, ki nam bo pojasnil, kako podjetje z enim zaposlenim preraste v podjetje z 250 zaposlenimi in je hkrati na vrhu lestvice top employer v močni konkurenci. Aco, prosim.
So thank you very much for the introduction. Is the mic on? Working? Yeah. So I'm still processing a little bit the information from the last lecture, a few very interesting points, and I can see some connections with the things that I'm going to show you briefly, only in 15 minutes. As we were speaking before, so basically the employer branding and the corporate culture are maybe the two sides of one coin, basically. So just to check with you, how many of you heard about Rimac Automobili? Just if you can raise your hands. So, okay, fair amount of people. So if I would ask you what are we doing, what would you answer to me? What are we famous for? Sport cars. This is the usual, what? Fast cars, okay, fast electric sport cars. And that is completely true. So basically, I am here to talk a little bit about my company, but just as an example for some other things. So basically, this is what we are famous for, creating electric supercars that is having insane performance. We have Concept 1, we have Concept S, and we have also our spin-off company, Grape. But what is not that well known, and I'm working with that with our PR department, is basically this. We are actually the producer of the technology, different parts of the technology. And why is this here? Not to tell you that we are producing the battery packs, in-vehicle infotainment or something like that, but for you to understand the diversity that we need to have in the company. And this is something that is not well familiar in the general population. But this is right now 80% of our revenues. So cars are maybe around 20%, and these are some projects that we are doing currently, which are in the newspapers, and we can share information about them. So we are working for Koenigsegg Regera, for example, or for the Aston Martin Red Bull Valkyrie. So those are the things that are then going to help us to get the attention of the potential candidates, maybe as an employee value proposition at some point, but also we are trying to be at the cutting edge of the technology on the world level. So what is also one of the very important parts of our business that is also motivating all the employees inside the company, but also the potential candidates. The project that we recently started to develop is autonomous vehicles. A very challenging one, very unpredictable one. But when we are communicating that inside the company and outside, this is kind of creating additional engagement. So, to put it in the context, our corporate culture and employer branding, what is our reality? That we are growing exponentially, almost exponentially. So I came in the company almost 3 years ago and there were 60 employees. Today, we are together with Grape a little bit above 250. So we are like doubling every year, which is insane pace in the sense of recruitment, but also in the sense of how to keep the initial culture as it is in the beginning, that innovative, vibrant style. So what we are doing, obviously, today we are using social media. I could do the lecture only on LinkedIn and Facebook, and our marketing and PR joined with HR efforts. So currently, and I'm happy to say in my last lecture, I had to say that we are the second biggest company on the LinkedIn in Croatia, but today we are the first. So we just overreached the INA, one of the biggest companies. So also Facebook, some time ago, we had over 100,000 followers there. So what we are doing is putting significant efforts there, and I'm going to show you a little bit later. Of course, PR is doing a fantastic job, but we as an HR department are also doing a lot of those things. So the first thing that is important then to mention, this is the screenshot of the Facebook page of Mate Rimac, the owner and the founder of the company. So if you can see here, he is a very followed guy. He has, I think, like 50,000 people following him, and he's very open to the communication via social media. So in the sense of company branding, of course, in the startups, the owner is the leader and the creator of the culture. So he's a guy who is very transparent, very direct, very open, very passionate about what we do, and then inspiring all the others to act the same way. He's communicating on a daily basis, and I think that some of his posts have better reach than some of the Croatian newspapers, which is a little bit surprising, but for us, quite a good thing. And he's helping us significantly in our recruitment efforts. So, how do we recruit? Who? I'm going to show you a few slides that we started using a few years ago, and for them we won the European SAP Award for the best recruitment practices. So we said, okay, how are we going to communicate internally and externally what we are doing? So then we created special kind of visuals that we published on LinkedIn and Facebook. So this is how it started, like for the mechanical engineers. And then we said, okay, we want to do something a little bit better than that. Let's connect it with the popular culture. Let's connect it with the movies. Do you know what movie is this? It is connected, its association to the Deadpool. So then we said, okay, this is obviously working and giving us some results. Web developer, Spider-Man. So then we created like 20 or 30 ads like that. So if anybody knows what is this movie, this was for the painting. I could maybe give an award for that. This was one year ago. So this is like Assassin's Creed. So why is this important? It's not only that we were communicating that to our candidates, but in the sense of creating those ads, we used our internal resources, the designers obviously, because we have really good designers, but also people from the different departments. We told them, okay, we want to engage you, to get your ideas and get you involved in the process of creating the ads. So for example, this here, this is our head of painting. So we were just putting him what he wears in his job, and actually this here, those are my hands holding the lights behind him. So this is kind of to foster the dynamics of the different teams and to get them also involved in the search for their colleagues. So then just maybe to go through a few other ideas that we collected from the company. So this was like business developer and beyond Star Trek movie, Dark Lord of any situation. So this shows us the Mate was asking me, but this is not the right spelling. So I was like, man, are you not watching the Star Wars? Really, do I have to explain that to you? Electric, and we had Mechanical Squad. So this is obviously a movie that was also in the theaters. Linux C++ Supremacy. The Born Supremacy. So we had a number of ads like that help us also to kind of to get to the people that we are thinking that are similar to us, that are thinking the same way, that are resonating with our culture, and that are kind of going to be easily connected with our existing employees. So when we select them, then the question is, how are we going to keep them satisfied? So I created a proposal of the compensation and benefit plan, which is quite a long presentation, but I just chose one slide for that. So to focus on extrinsic rewards that are not financial. The first idea is always to say, how are we going to reward the employees? Let's give them money. Let's give them higher salaries. At least this is a very unusual thing, but this is the reality in our company. What Mate wants to give to the people is give them money, give them salaries. Let's spend everything on them. And then some other managers, okay, let's hold back a little bit. What else can we give them? How can we motivate them? Because this is a little bit also a psychological thing that we can discuss a little bit later. How do you want to reward your people to get their maximum? And for sure, it's not the money. So then we said, okay, we are going to have those usual things, like table tennis and a few other interesting things that I'm going to mention a little bit later. So how are we rewarding our teams? We are telling them, okay, we are producing the electric supercars. This is what we are known for. So if some team performs good, what they want to do, they want to go karting. So then we pay to the karting for the whole teams to kind of reward them a few times per year. Table tennis, as I mentioned, we have one table, we are planning to acquire 2 more, and currently I'm standing quite well against the engineers. Also this, we had a park, I don't know if you know the wakeboarding, I know that a lot of people from Slovenia are kite surfers, so this is kind of similar. So we said, okay, we are extreme company that is perceived as in extreme sports. So then our employees also probably would be interested in doing some, let's say, extreme sports. So then I was organizing for them the school for the wakeboarding, and we had the yearly tickets for I don't know how many people. So this turned also to be kind of fun and connecting different people from the mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, production people, and they were all hanging out. What do we also have? And this is something that we are not organizing it in a sense. We are more, I would say, allowing it and encouraging it, kind of informally. So every now and then, some guys, colleagues from the company say, okay, let's have some kind of photo session, let's do some kind of fun in the company, and then somebody shows up with a camera or with their phone, and then just makes the picture. So for example, they were like testing feature, because we are doing on 1088 horsepower car, and then the feature is something that we also like on the other side. Or for example, this, I think that this was like last year, this was organized like session, the squatting Slavs. There's some kind of internet meme. So the guys were just going around. What the hell is happening? It was near the Halloween. And fun fact, those guys here, they're actually not from Balkan region, they're Italians. So they said, but yeah, this is cool, we want to be also squatting Slavs. So this is something that we are kind of passively encouraging them to do, not stopping them when they want to do something like that, and kind of always rewarding them and praising them for that, giving them positive feedback. Okay, this was cool, keep doing that. I mean, also this uptown funk session we had maybe half a year ago, when they all just dressed up in something and took some bikes and took some motors and stuff like that, just going around the company and having a good time. This happens spontaneously, basically. So we are very happy to have that kind of people which we attracted through our ads, who are keeping that spirit alive in the company. Also, internal pranks. We had some abductions, where is my cup? Somebody stole it. And then the guys are replying, yeah, error, cup not found, and if you want it back, you'll have to pay the ransom. This is probably happening on a weekly basis between different departments and the different colleagues. Also this, we have a lot of engineers. So I was thinking at one point, okay, engineers, what can we give them? What type of population are they? What are they interested in? So it crossed my mind, yeah, they are probably in esports. They are gamers. They are playing some games. Fortunately, I also play Counter-Strike, so I said, yeah, maybe this is a good opportunity to create some kind of a team. Let's see what can we do. So then we competed against some other Croatian companies, and I hope to see maybe Atlantic there next year. And the first year, we were first, and we really crushed the opponents, because we have some really pro players in the production. And then last year, this year, the second year, we also won, and we also crushed everybody else. So if you have some good teams in Slovenia that want to fight against us, I would be happy to connect, our team and your team. So this is also kind of something that is making us proud, that we are not only doing the best products, but we are best in the different kinds of sports. And this is something that I'm probably going to finish with. We are having weekend parties. So we are having, I think, our corporate party in 2.5 weeks. So I'm already now scared of it, because it's like 500 to 600 people in our factory, and it is starting at 8 and finishing, I think, in 8 in the next morning, something like that. You can find people lying around completely drunk and out of their minds. So yeah, I don't know if you know Nives Celsius, but I was just in the last party, I was just dancing on the stage, you know, being a little bit out of my mind, and I was just, wow, is that Nives Celsius? Yeah, they organized her to come to the stage and have a few songs. So this is also kind of the opportunity for us to blow the steam. You know, they are working a lot, they are working hard, and then when it comes, you know, it's like work hard, play harder. And yeah, it helps that the average age in the company is 31 years. So this is also telling you a lot about the capacities of our people. So yeah, this is from the last party, a little bit blurry, just to give you the picture of how big it is. So then the question is, we are creating some kind of branding and we are creating some kind of culture, but are we sure that this is a good job? How can we measure it? As you all know, probably there are always some kind of methodological questions. Can we be sure if this is good or not? So I would still today say that directly, I'm not completely sure. I don't know. But we have some kind of secondary things that implying that we might do a good job. So, for example, last 3 years in a row, we were voted by our employees as the best employers in the country. We were in the top 3 employers 3 years in a row, which is quite a good result. Also, in this communication with the students, with attracting a lot of students and universities, we are winning every year also the awards with the cooperation with the student associations, with the students, with the universities. So they are recognizing what we are doing and how we are doing it, because they are happy in that interaction. And lastly, we had this research of a public image in Croatia. So all the companies, the big ones from 10,000 employees to the small ones of, I don't know, 100 employees. So in 2015, we were among top 10, which is really fascinating for me. Like that then had 150, 60 people. It is together with Lidl, with them, with Miller, with much bigger companies and with companies that have really their customers in the country. So they're really going there every day and thinking about them. So we were among top 10, and I was thinking, this is the best that we can get. And I was wrong. Last year we were number 6. So basically, I think that we were like Microsoft, Google, and us. If you take out those them, Hap, and Lidl, this was like a fantastic result. So we are kind of working on that. We are communicating our internal advantages that we are having and trying to send them to the general population. And obviously, we are getting some positive feedbacks. So, for my presentation, this would be it. I will discuss a little bit more on the round table. Thank you very much.